It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. And it comes your way next.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. A strong running. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Love with it here, third and short yardage. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
From the end zone, Watson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The return is Reed. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw now. Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Love. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Love. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Packers have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On first down, Watson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mow 'em down like a lawnmower, baby.
Now it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Pick it up. You're embarrassing. Let's go now. Let's go.
2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Third down and 1.
This is huge. Don't let us down.
Here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
This is our last chance.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Watson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run with Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score the opening drive of the 2nd half. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action this time with Love. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. On play action. Love to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So it's the right call there to just throw that one.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. From the 50, it's Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Love with a give to Dillon. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he has a Packer 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes the script. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to